What's going on, people? My name is Aaron, and welcome to UX Crypto. I hope all of you are doing absolutely fantastic out there. And yes, you're all enjoying the crypto bull run. If you guys didn't see all of what's been happening inside of crypto, well, guess what? People are doing very well inside of their financial lives because of it, right? And obviously, I've been in crypto since 2016, been enjoying this market. And once I found crypto, I never went back. So I hope that when you first see in crypto, you're kind of getting addicted like I was, and then never went back. So anyway, today I'm going to show you, obviously from the title, all about GFAL, right? And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, why are you talking about GFAL, right? Well, I think that it is going under the radar, and I have actually been following GFAL. I've been owning GFAL for a long time, probably before most of the people you hear about talk about it. And I can prove that today for you as well as just show you all the value that I saw back then. And I still think it has a whole bunch of value. So yeah, and obviously there's a narrative happening, which you might be able to see inside of crypto with obviously gaming, and this falls nicely into that. So quickly, let me show you a bit more about that. So this is actually a sheet that I have overall. Most of my patrons will know about this. And obviously, if you want to see all of the great gems, what I actually do as a hobby and as a living, you could say, is not games for a living, but find gems for a living. All right. And yeah, basically I do research, and I got over 170 coins fully researched, and this is how I've managed to find a whole bunch of gems. All right. So if you want to obviously join that, join this with the link in the Patreon. But anyway, right, let's get in to exactly what I'm talking about today. And that is actually GFAL. Okay. So GFAL, if you don't know anything about GFAL, it is a gaming project, so Web3 gaming project on obviously a Web3, right, on the blockchain, and currently has a market cap of around about 70 million, and yeah, holding strong overall. We're actually starting to see a bit of a pump today as well, or is it this as of recent, right? So you can see it starting to go up a bit, which is nice, right? And I can tell you, I've been covering this for a long time. Okay, so here you go. You see if I was lying or not, right? So yeah, this is 9 months ago, and this is when I first bought GFAL, right? This is my first video on GFAL. And the market cap was 4 million, all right? And I saw the value in it back then, and a lot of the people you are listening to or watching, they didn't, all right? And I had debates on a lot of different live streams with people about why I think this is valuable, and a lot of other gaming projects. And at the beginning, they were all talking about tokenomics and saying, hey, the tokenomics aren't great in them and all that. And I do understand their point as well. But at the same time, if you look at the power of GFAL, which I will show you on this video, right, to why I cared and I've always and still care. Yes, this is an absolute beast. And if you're not paying attention to GFAL and you're kind of overlooking it and looking at other projects, then pay attention to fundamentals. Remember that, okay? That's what I would suggest and say. Obviously, not financial advice, of course, but yes, this is where my head's at, okay? To give you my opinion. And yeah, obviously now you can see done pretty good out of that, right? And I still think this has got a long way to go. So what is going on right now, right? I did give a prediction a couple months ago on what I thought was going to happen, and it played out. And I've got another one for you now, okay? So here we go. All right. This last prediction that I did, if I just hide that one for a second. All right. I did this prediction, and basically I drew this pattern, and I thought it was going to have a breakout, and it did. Okay. And this lateral line was this. So this is this from top to bottom, and then did that. And this is where I said the price was going to go. And the price was, what was that? It was 0.43. That's where I said it was going to go. And look now what happened. All right, it actually did hit that. It went above that. All right, so that's what happened. And I think the same thing is going to happen again. Okay, we're going to get a breakout again. Okay, and we're getting saying like rocket science, right? This is pretty much very simple TA. I'm sure other people can come up with mad TA more than this, but you know, it doesn't have to be rocket science sometimes. All right. So the same thing I think will apply again. So if we just do the same thing, for example, and drag this bad boy from the bottom to the top, it is actually like that. Okay, and then we'll see where the price might go. So then we might have a breakout. If this, for example, goes down like that, that would be great for us, right? And then we get support here, and obviously you might be able to get in a cheaper price than it might be now, right? But then, you know, that breakout, when that happens, that is going to be up here. And in terms of a price, what is it? It is around about, let's have a look. it's about 8 cents. All right. So it's going to go to 8 cents, which is pretty damn good, isn't it? All right. So, yeah, can't complain with those type of gains. And that's like basically double from where we are now. So like 100%. And yes, and we're only getting started, right? And yeah, this is something that I think could happen. And I've called it last time, and maybe we'll see if that happens again, right? But yeah, so anyway, that is just charting, right? Maybe this could happen, maybe it won't, but fundamental. I'm a fundamental investor. I look at the fundamentals and the long-term perspective. This is just a short-term trade, but what about the fundamentals? And this is it, okay? This is GFAL. And I can tell you there's a couple of reasons right now why you should be bullish on GFAL. And that is that obviously you have Elemental Raiders out, right? Which is a really great game and it's carrying on, okay? And this is what's growing them right at the moment. But we also have these other games which are going to be released. And Diamond Dreams, in my opinion, right? This one right here, it's been on there for a while. And let me just quickly show you that real quick. It is, where is that? I think it's one of these ones. I'll just open it again. Anyway, so this is Diamond Dreams and it's not out yet. Okay, but this has elements of Candy Crush, all right, from what I've heard and seen from it. And you know what? There's people inside this team which you're going to realize why this is such a bullish project. They're not showing you it right now, okay? And also, when projects are quiet, like for example, GFAL has been a bit quiet recently, right? I try to pay attention at these points because just from listening to their AMAs on Twitter and things like that, these guys are on the halving or after the halving. Their marketing is going to kick in. All right. I'm going to show you more about that marketing side as well and why you want to pay attention to GFAL after. Okay. So this is literally the calm before the storm, which hopefully is a good storm. All right. But yeah, this is definitely the calm. All right. So yeah, obviously 4 games coming out. There's a lot of projects out here that people are bullish on, even have a higher market cap than GFAL, and they don't even have products out. All right. They don't even have a great team. There's a whole bunch of stuff they don't have, and GFAL just has all of it. And I think when the narrative comes for GFAL, it's not just, a gaming hub. It's the best gaming hub in crypto, the best Web3 gaming hub inside of crypto with the best team. All right. Like when I've told people about GFAL in the past, it is literally an unbelievable team, which I can just show you real quick anyway. So let's get into that. Let me not waffle about that. But obviously, the team, okay? Maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't. But either way, if you haven't seen this, right, I'm going to blow your mind, okay? This is the best team. And I'm not lying, okay? So we got Manuel Sort as the CEO. The CSO is Trip Hawkins. Jerion Leon as the art director. And we got a couple other really good people. And also another dude that I'm going to show you. And it is this guy, and he's the marketing director. And obviously, we want to care about that because we're talking about marketing, right? And where that can potentially go. So literally, okay, who is Trip Hawkins? If you don't know who he is, so obviously, yep, he's documented as being Games for a Living Chief Strategy Officer. But you might think, well, what is all this rubbish? Well, let's go into his history, right? Let's go into his history. And he was the founder and CEO of Electronic Arts. If you have not heard of Electronic Arts, then I don't know where you've been, all right? And also, he was the director of product marketing at Apple. And we're not just like, I worked at Apple in a shop. He was there when Steve Jobs was there. And so he was mixing with Steve Jobs and all these people, right? He's an OG. And also, he was the founder and CEO of Digital Chocolate, which I'll also break down for you to why you want to care about that. Okay, so let's quickly go to Manuel Sort, all right? And obviously, he is the CEO and co-founder of Games for a Living. And yes, he has experience of being the vice president and VP of King Games, all right, and Activision Blizzard, all right. So big thing there. Digital Chocolate again, as you can see, all right. You put at the moment, maybe you don't know what all these things are, right? But don't worry, I'll show you, all right. So next dude, all right. So Adrian, this is where we want to look at Adrian because he is a marketing director, okay, at Games for Living, and before that, marketing director, Gameloft, all right. And Gameloft, a massive giant again. Okay, so yes, great, absolute fantastic experience from this team, right? I told you, didn't I? I told you this is the best team in crypto, or definitely one of them. Okay, I can think of others as well, but you're gonna have to join the Patreon to find out those, all right? But yes, this one definitely is up there in terms of a team. Okay, so let's quickly have a little look again. So King Games, you're saying you might not know King Games, but I'm gonna break it down. King Games, what is it? All right, King Games is Candy Crush, the biggest, most played game of all time, okay, on mobile. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Mobile, maybe not on the PS4 or whatever, PS5, whatever, but on mobiles. We got mobile smashed, covered, done, locked down, right? It's done, right? Game over for that, okay? Candy Crush. Also, as I showed you, all right, Trip Hawkins, EA Games, all right, and Apple, obviously, but EA Games. If you don't know anything about EA Games, we've got basically the most played games of all time ever on EA Games. And you've got the likes of FIFA, you've got UFC, NHL, you've got Madden, you've got a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like just all star, okay? Products they put out, all star, okay? Same with, for example, the digital chocolate side of things, right? So digital chocolate, breaking that down for you real quick. So this is digital chocolate. I don't think they're trading anymore, but the games they were responsible for all of these bad boys right here. So we've got a whole bunch of games that they were responsible for. Loads of awards. They got Mafia awards, sorry, mini golf, like a whole bunch of different games which done very, very well. All these awards they've got been around for a long time, and obviously now they're free agents, you could say, and they have chosen to come into Web3. So that's absolutely amazing. And obviously, yeah, you've got an absolutely great team behind that, right? Next, right, we just want to look a little bit more at the marketing side, right? So marketing, obviously marketing director, Gameloft. What is Gameloft? Okay, let's just go into that real quick. Okay, so Gameloft, here you go. So Gameloft games, we got Sniper Fury, we have got Alpha Assault 8. If you have not played, that's a really good game on the mobile phone, right? Really good car game. You got a whole bunch of these things. If you've not played any of these games, they get out there. These usually rank at like in the top 10 for gaming in like near enough every country. You got Disney, yeah, a whole bunch of great games. So obviously in terms of marketing, they get out there, right? So my point is now, same dudes in GFAL, right? All these people combined, we're talking about like the Avengers, right? Assemble of the gaming world, all in one crypto community, or one project, which is to me is insane. And how can you not be any more bullish on this project, right? It's unbelievable, all right? So yep, absolutely nuts. And yeah, I'm definitely bullish on this, right? But one thing we should definitely talk about with this is, for example, some other projects that they've got. So this is another game what's going to be coming out, and this is called Soccer Legends. And one thing I do like about this is, look, it's a different type of style from the other games that they put out or going to put out. So for example, if we go back here, this is this one, Soccer Legends, and it's like more of an anime type of Asian market type of feel, right? Which I think is very cool. Also, GFAL is focused on cross-platform gaming. So it's got mobile gaming, desktop gaming, PC, and I'm pretty sure it's PS5, or PlayStation, and also Xbox. Okay. So, there's no other project really trying to do all this. And obviously, we've got the team to do it. And yeah, just don't sleep on it. And there is things that I would say with the project that, to be wary about a little bit is obviously the vesting schedule, token unlocks. Sorry. And yeah, it could be better on that side, right? In terms of circulating supply, we've currently got about 18% out. But yes, they've recently in the last couple of months had some big unlocks, and that's why the price hasn't been going absolutely crazy, right? And we're waiting for those to kind of go, right? And then obviously they're going to have unlocks, but not as big as recent times. And then yes, after that, we're to the moon, all right? So yes, definitely pay attention to GFAL, and obviously look at what's been going on with it. It's a beast, all right? So why do I think that where do I think this is going? Okay, so I still think that we're going to do crazy with GFAL, but one reason I think you should pay attention right now, right, before it all goes nuts, right, is this, okay? So Gala, I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but recently Gala has been going up, as you can kind of see it from the chart. If we go back to the price, you can see this now, right? So let's just go on the monthly chart. Gala's been having a little bit of a rally, right? And obviously, lots of people compare Gala, GFAL, and other coins as well. And I've done it myself. I would go out and say that GFAL could be a Gala killer, right? I will say that, right? And one of the reasons, if you've not seen my video, my full review on GFAL before, I actually go back in time, right? I go on not real time machine, but a internet time machine. I go back and looked at what Gala looked like in the very beginning if you were investing early. And yeah, and it only had one founder from Web 2, and that's why Gala went absolutely nuts. That was the narrative. Obviously, did push some games out. Had one game out at the time, right? Obviously, the Gala now has more games. And when I first invested in GFAL, it was the same thing, right? Like obviously I saw the team, amazing team, had one game, but now they have four, right? So hence why I got in at 4 million market cap and managed to see the value in it before majority of people out here. And yeah, but I would say, look, Gala at this moment, is it a good project? They currently have a lawsuit going on. All right. So if you didn't know about this, so a lawsuit is filed by the CEO accusing the company's co-founder of theft of 130 million Gala tokens. Right. The co-founder was sued by the SEC earlier this year, allegedly defrauding investors out of 18 million. So my point is, right, we are in the crypto space. All right. We are inside that. So, it's all about trust at the end of the day. And this guy obviously sold all your tokens and it's meant to be decentralized, right? You really got to question this, right? So obviously we are in crypto. There's a lot of crazy stuff what happens, but I personally would definitely buy GFAL any day over this, okay? Because even if it does have some fairly good fundamentals, right? Obviously you've got some games, you've got one good founder from Web3, from Web2, sorry. But yes, it's not exactly got some good trust there from that, right? So yeah, obviously it's having its pump in the market cap is 2 billion, all right, 2 billion, all right. And if we go back to GFAL, all right, we're only at 68 million. So where the hell do you think this is going to go? All right, where do you think this is going to go crazy? All right, a fully diluted is actually 374 million. If we go to fully diluted of Gala, it's 2.24 billion. So yes, we could definitely do quite well, right? And this wasn't an all-time high either. This was just literally what we are seeing right now at all-time high market cap, right? This got to 5.2 billion, all right? 5.2 billion. So yeah, I think, look, better team, right? Better products and earlier stage, okay? All we're looking for, in my opinion, from GFAL, I would like to see more partners, all right? And even more games, right? That would be great. As in, and yeah, I think I'm very bullish on it anyway, but I will be even more bullish at that point if I see that. But yes, obviously, seeing that trend right in here, this is obviously the first mover advantage you could say from Gala. But what could happen from that? Okay, so I'm not sure if you've seen this chart I'm about to show you, but this could happen from that, right? This is why you need to pay attention to alts, and they might not be popping off like the lower caps right now, but they will be, all right? And that is why you need to look at this. So this is a chart. I've been seeing this floating around. I didn't come up with this chart, don't worry. As in, so respect to whoever made this. And it's very, very true, okay? So for example, Bitcoin gets the dominance, all right? Everything flows into Bitcoin. And you could say that is where we are right now, right? That is where you could say we are, okay? And then it goes into Ethereum, which you could also say that we're starting to see inklings of this, right? So money flowing into here to there, right? And then after that, the larger caps are going to get that liquidity, right? It's going to go into here, okay? And what would we classify as a larger cap? You could even say that Gala is a larger cap, because if we're just looking at where is this on the ranking? I want to see where this is. It's not going to probably show us where it is in terms of ranking. No, it's not showing us that. But yeah, we could say this is fairly up there, right? Maybe in the top 100. Okay, so a larger cap, you could say, right? And yeah, interesting, right? So when that decides to do whatever it's doing, right? Where's that money flowing? Okay, let's say Gala goes to, let's say 10 billion, right? Let's say, or even 15 billion in this cycle. Okay, when that sells off, it's going into the lower altcoins, and I think GFAL is basically number one position to get all that liquidity, right? I'm not saying it will happen, but let's say that GFAL manages to get like 15 billion inside of it or something like that, like just eat Gala, then we're looking at some crazy, crazy numbers, right? So even with like the token unlocks and all this other stuff, like the fundamentals are there. The narrative with this project with GFAL is there, right? Strongest team in Web3 gaming, just probably the strongest team inside of crypto at this current moment. So yeah, you can quote me on that if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, absolute craziness is going down. But yeah, one thing I can definitely say to you is like, I found this early by doing a lot of research, right? That's what I do on this channel. I do a whole bunch of research. I've researched over 170 projects and really gone and done a massive deep dive into all of them. I actually review them by looking if they have patents, the team of advisors, as you saw, partners, the idea, the website. I look at the product, also socials, as well as the coin utility. That also well, it allows me to get scores, right? So, for example, here's some fan favorites that you've probably heard of, obviously in other people's channels, or whatever, and they don't even rank inside of my top 20. Okay, so yeah, but also I am bullish on all of these projects as well. Very good, and they have scores. So this is how I was able to find the scores. So yes, I think personally that this my Patreon group and everyone in it is cut above the rest, and everyone else says that theirs are the best. But realistically, I've got data inside of mine, right, to show why I think mine are the best. I'm not just picking them randomly and just pump my bags and all that. That's not how I roll. Okay, this is obviously not financial advice, but I'm scoring them with UX. I have 12 years experience in UX and using my experience in that to find the good projects and the bad. So if you obviously want to find out my top 20 and the top 3 and all that fun stuff, come and join Patreon. The link is in the description. And do what you need to do. I'm going to give you a little preview, for example, of the cheat sheet. So games for a living, for example. But yeah, I'm not showing you all the info. If I was to scroll right, you'll see all the scores and all that, right? All that fun stuff. But what it does allow us to do, right, is to be able to get a top 20 of the new cycle, for example, right? It also allows us to get top 20 coins overall, and it allows us to filter each category. So, for example, if you're bullish on AI, I have a top 10 in AI that you can see and see in terms of scores, which is better, right? And there's a whole bunch of stuff in there which are, it's absolutely amazing, right? BTC scaling, gaming, obviously, a whole bunch of gaming coins, NFTs, metaverse, ETH killer. So, as these new narratives come about, right, you're going to be ready. Okay. So there's a top 10 in all of them. And yeah, definitely pay attention to this. I would not sleep on it. And yeah, I'm just giving you guys value. I hope I can help you. And my whole mission on this channel is to get us to the top. So, to have a saying on this channel, and that is this, and it's see you at the top. And yes, I hope to see all of you there. This is a great community. We're all in crypto. We're all crypto degens. And yeah, I've been around in this bottomless bear market right now. I've also been in many other bear markets. I've done experience. This is my third bear market and bull market. So, I'm just talking from experiences and just trying to educate, and not saying I have all the answers. Everyone makes mistakes. So does everyone in my group. So does everyone in crypto. We've probably witnessed a lot of other people's mistakes. None for me so far in this cycle. So yeah, but come and join join the business class tier. Business class tier is here. I'm still the cheapest guy out here. All right. If you are looking at anyone else and they don't even have a cheat sheet or have none of that stuff from fundamentals, they're just telling your opinion or whatever. They're like $100 right now, man, or £100. I'm not that. Okay. I'm a lot cheaper. So come and join us. And yes, you can get the Moneyball cheat sheet. You can also get the VIP Discord, where this is where the great community is. We find loads of really good coins in here. And yes, we're just here trying to do this together, right? We're better together than apart. I also do buy signals. You can track my portfolio. And yeah, obviously I'm letting you know what I am doing. You don't have to join through Patreon. You can just email me if you want and just get access straight away without paying monthly. But yeah, you've got nothing to lose. Just join it for 1 month. If you're not feeling it, don't worry about it. No skin of my nose or yours. Just give it a try. See if you're going to help. I can help you from it. And yeah, I hope to see you there. All right. So let's have a little look at some of what comments you guys are saying. Okay, so we've got smash the likes from US Crypto, which is me. All right, so smash the likes if you don't like it yet, but hopefully you've got a lot of value from this, and I hope so, right? And yeah, so Gia said super undervalued gems. Thank you, sir. Yes, it is very, very undervalued. I agree, and for some reason it goes under the radar. Like when you see a lot of the bigger YouTubers talk about like gaming projects, they don't mention GFAL, and I'm very confused why. Right, very confused why. I think that they're trying intentionally not to talk about it, because if we were to look at fundamentals of stuff, like rather than just general hype, and obviously crypto does exist in hype, but team is very important, right? Realistically, if we were in the web 2 world or normal financial world, we are looking at teams, right? If you ever watch Dragon's Den or Shark Tank, for example, they invest in people, right? That's what I would do. That's what these other people would do. They invest in people. Can someone pull it off for you? If you're hiring for someone, who you investing in? You're investing in people. So it's the same thing with GFAL, right? These people can put it off, in my opinion. And yeah, I think 20 to 30 is realistic. Yeah, I think that could do that, right? I definitely think the same. It is possible with GFAL. The fundamentals are so strong. The narrative is going to play out. Like another thing, right? When you're talking to people about crypto in your own lives, like it's all about narrative again, right? And obviously, if you say to someone, I've got the best crypto team in a project, You should check this out. And then imagine, for example, someone from Candy Crush, someone from FIFA, all coming together in one project. It just sounds absolutely crazy. Avengers Assemble. That's what it sounds like. So yeah, I'm very bullish on it, and I think that could happen for sure. Of course, more possible. Yeah, it's yeah, definitely. It definitely could happen. It could, knowledge. Sorry, it could definitely happen more. But more marketing, more hype. I agree, but guess what, man? It's coming. All right. And obviously, like I said to you, right, we've got an OG who could do that for us. So obviously, just to go back to this guy again. All right. So, Adrian right here, experience in marketing, game law, 4 years, right? Marketing director. And as you saw from the products that he's put out, absolute beasts of products. So yeah, definitely, I have faith that they will do that. And if you listen to some of the spaces, Twitter spaces that they had originally, then they are planning on marketing after the halving for it. So yes, it's the calm right now. All right, don't just fall for all the coins or hype up and go up and all that. I think there's a plan for this one, and yeah, and I think it will do well. Okay, lots of experience and knowledge. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So definitely do. Okay. Any update on lit as it's not moving? Well, I think it's the same type of thing, man. I think I wouldn't expect all gaming coins yet to moon because what is going on? AI is taking it. All right, now you could say, what is it? Memes right now is kind of getting the limelight. So Lit Labs at the moment is still a great project, but I think it will, you have to wait a little bit, right? Let the narrative come back in. And this is why, for example, I'm showing you a gaming coin. Other people probably moving on, going to AI. They're probably going on to memes or whatever they're showing you, right? But I'm trying to show you when opportunity is there, right? There's an opportunity. And I'm not showing you it when it's pumping and it's going absolutely crazy, right? There's opportunity, right? So let's just see what happens. Yeah, very well said. Super bullish. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate. Thank you. GFAL's fallen off the map a bit, probably due to stale price action. Was the center of gaming hype half a year ago or so. Yes, exactly. I remember. And Selflex, yes, you've been around, so I agree. You've experienced what we saw together, and I'm sure if any of you else saw that as well, then yeah, it was at the center, and yeah, don't sleep on it, man. Don't sleep on it. You know what crypto is like, man. It comes up, goes down all the time. So if at the moment people might not be paying attention to it, but that's okay, right? You have to swoop in when no one's talking about it, right? So cool. He said a few days they will make an announcement that will shake the gaming industry. Whoa, I have a screenshot of the post. Nice, man. That sounds really good, Precious. Yeah, I would like to see that, man. Maybe I'll check their Twitter out. Yeah, very, very cool. I like that. I like that. Okay. Skipping my comment. What comment did you write? Let's have a look. Don't even see another comment from you, man. I don't see it. Maybe leave it. Write another one. All right. Gaming narrative next to AI. Yeah, man. I agree. AI is inevitable. Don't want to go into Terminator 2 and all that, but it's inevitable that this is going to happen. And obviously, we're seeing more and more AI developers happen all the time. It's only more bullish for crypto. Even if it's in Web 2, it's more bullish for crypto. We saw that ChatGPT came out. There was an AI trend. This is last year as well, right? And obviously now we're seeing it more come up in crypto again in the Web3 world. And yeah, I just think it's going to carry on going, right? So yeah, lots of amazing stuff happening inside of crypto. And yes, obviously it's doing amazing overall AI. And yeah, so if you've got good AI picks, fantastic. If you don't, join the Patreon, okay? Because the Patreon, I have a whole AI category inside of there with a whole bunch of different projects. Some of them are actually up a lot, some of them aren't, all right? And that's good because you can see them before they've actually pumped, all right? And yeah, this is not financial advice or anything like that, just trying to help you guys out. And yeah, so we've got how much X's you see realistic for Open Fabric. Oh yeah, Open Fabric is dope actually, right? I actually think it's a good project. In terms of how many X's, we can have a little look at that real quick. So there's a couple things that I would look at, right, for AI. I've looked at this in the past, right, for AI. So if you just quickly go to Open Fabric real quick. So I'll try and give you one off the top of my head. It's not accurate, by the way. But look, so we're at 40 million market cap. Yes, going pretty well, actually, right? But where could the AI trend go? And that is what we need to look at. And what you would need to look at for that, right, is narratives, right, and trend. So when I was in crypto, well, let's say the last cycle, right, and we could say oracles had a run. Oracles is a technology that obviously not exactly the same as AI, but it was a new technology inside of crypto. Oracles, what went crazy was Chainlink went to number one. Chainlink went to 28 billion, I'm pretty sure, 22 billion, right? So, right, if Open Fabric was to get to like where Chainlink went, where do you think that's going? All right, that's absolutely crazy. Okay, so obviously the circulating supply is probably not as good as that, but still it could do absolutely nuts. But let's say we just did it for fully diluted market cap at 400 million. Let's just say that. All right, so a 10x would be a 4 billion, right? And then if we was to go to if you want to do that, so 40x makes it 20, right? To 20 billion is 40x. Okay, but that isn't even that's literally not the market cap though. I'm just giving you a low estimate. So 40x could be possible, all right, from Open Fabric. But what you've got to rely on is them being number one in AI. Okay. And in my opinion, do I think Open Fabric could go to number one? I don't know. All right. I don't think they would be number one. There's a couple of others I think could be higher than that. But I do think it's got a lot of potential, as in but yeah, so that's kind of my short answer for you right there on the top of my head, in where this could potentially go. But I hope that's helped you out, man. So cool, very undervalued project. Yeah, man, definitely GFAL, definitely undervalued, man, indeed. $3 to $5 as they have new games and PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo integration. You said it, my friend. You said it. Yes, that is absolutely crazy. Oh yeah, Selflex, man. You're where I'm at, man. Yeah, I have heard of AI, right? Yeah, I think it's pretty good actually. And considering the market cap is very, very low, yeah, man. And also, they have patents for NFTs on and being able to do AI NFTs. So that's very cool. This is one which is really, really undervalued. Maybe I shouldn't show it on the stream. I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll show it, man. It's worth looking at for real, man. And it's on a Riot chain ecosystem, right? So RE, is it? Yeah, AI, right. I respect you for pointing this one out. Yeah, so 2 million market cap, tiny, tiny little gem. Oh, it's actually going up a little bit, right? And yeah, it actually does have quite a lot of potential. And the use case is there, right? So obviously NFTs have their own user case, and you can create NFTs and generate AI from it. And also they have patents for this, from what I understand. So yes, it's potentially a good little business model right there. The only thing I would say in terms of a downside of it is it's not that original, is it? Right. So obviously we've got a lot of different AI generative type of things now in the market. It's not the most, like innovative, right? So, but it is good. It is cool, and I think this could potentially do well if other people start to like really feature this. I've actually got a video on this Selflex. So if you go on my channel, Brighton AI Right, you can check my review out on it, and yeah, you'll find it useful, man. I don't think the MC on MC is right. I have a look at crypto rank instead. Is like 9 million. Really? Damn. Okay. All right. that's kind of crazy. Yeah, coin market cap, it can be a bit annoying, can't it? Like it just sometimes doesn't show things properly. It's I like it. It's a good site, but they really do need to update things and can really be a bit jarring sometimes. But yeah. Someone is deleting my comments. How are they doing that? How are they doing that? I don't know, man. Maybe you're typing too fast, because sometimes there's this thing, and then if you type like 2 in a row, it just like doesn't let you see the other one. So maybe it's that. I'm not too sure, my friend. I'm not too sure. But I would like to answer your question, J5, but I'm gonna actually have to go. As in, but yeah, maybe next time join the stream, and hopefully you can get that comment in. But yeah, if you guys have not done what you need to do yet, and that is subscribe, okay? So press that subscribe if you're new. If you found this valuable, then yes, I'm just giving you a whole bunch of info all the time, trying to get you all to the top and do well. And yeah, that is literally the mission on the channel, all right? And like the comments. Like the video, because this will help this video get out there, and other people can find out about GFAL. And yes, we can actually do well in the market, right? Everyone should be able to see this stuff, do good projects, no rubbish, right? The good stuff. That's what we're trying to get. That's what we're trying to find, right? Long-term, nice growth. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below and all that fun stuff. But if you want to join Patreon, join it. All right. I would love to see you there. It's a great community. And yes, we'll see each other at the top together. But yeah, if I don't see you though, I will see you at the top. Peace.